All right. Well, hello, everyone. I'm so excited. Looks like we're live. Just going to wait 1 second to make sure it says we're live here. But it says we're live. So meeting is now live streaming. Okay, cool. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm so excited to launch one of our first free courses through Heart of the Matter. And I'm here with Herky Feroz Chopra. And I'm going to let her do her thing in a second. But I wanted to start by saying that the reason that we're doing this is because we really want to support moms right now during a very difficult time. So that's one of the main reasons we're here. And in addition to that, Heart of the Matter, the mission for Heart of the Matter is to help humanity rise in consciousness. Very simple, right? But yet profound. And then the vision is to help parents, leaders, educators, entrepreneurs, healers, the seekers, the people that are really trying to improve their life and create a better life for themselves, their children. And so we want to be able to offer just a whole multitude of programs for you in order to help improve yourself. So today it's all about moms, but we'll have other courses on here for other groups, dads, parents, educators, whoever it may be. So today it's about moms, and we're going to do this tonight for about an hour. And so feel free to engage and comment. I'll be manning the comments while Herky is working her magic. And we'll be doing this tonight, and then on Monday at 9:30 PST, 12:30 EST. Sorry, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday and Monday.
Right, so 4 days straight. Okay, and the times tonight's evening, and then the next 3 days are 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 Eastern Standard, the same time. Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to pass it over to Herky, and I'm so excited for what she has in store for you guys.
Okay, thank you, David. And as you were saying that you're helping Heart of the Matter, helping humanity rise in consciousness. And for me, it's the focus on the heart of the home, which is the mother. And that is my calling and my passion, to help the mother of the home, who's often, we as moms are caretakers and nurturers and givers, but often we end up being depleted and exhausted for reasons of just being, giving so much. And so it would be great to strengthen that pillar, the mother. So I wanted to, if there is anyone live or any comment, David, you can pause.
I'm trying to figure that out right now, so just do your thing.
Okay, yeah. We do have prizes for those who, mini coffee prizes for those who join live, and some other bonuses that we'll announce tomorrow. So as far as well-being goes and self-care goes, I want to focus today on both the inner and the outer and how we balance the both. So in terms of awareness, the first thing is, how aware are we of our thoughts and our emotions, and how in tune are we with ourselves, basically? I know that mothers have it hard. I am a mother. I have 3 children, 15, 11, and 7-year-old. And I know how it can get, and oftentimes the most common complaint moms say is we don't have time. But when we understand the urgency of the need for taking care of ourselves before, much like a flight attendant tells you to put on the oxygen mask before rescuing another, it's the same thing for moms. And when we, so in terms of how are we, I want moms to first thing start taking note of how they're spending their day and their time. This is on the outer, and literally like take a day as an observation, as an experiment. You could do this tomorrow, wherein you're just keeping track of how you're spending your day. And tomorrow is a weekend. You could also do it one on a weekday and one on a weekend. And just going through that just helps us to have some reflect on how we are spending most of our time, and if we track it. And this is not to have a judgmental connotation to it, just like how are we spending our time and what are we doing? What are the things that are depleting us? What are the things that are energizing us? This is on the outer level. And then on the inner, a lot of the moms here I know are already like mindful mamas and conscious moms. But for anybody else who's not explored in that territory, I often tell my clients to start, journaling, to know more about what's going in your head and to put it on paper. Because self-awareness takes some time to be, to have that, to cultivate that habit. And most people who have not gone that path of, being self-aware, journaling helps them to put what's on the head on the paper. And over time, they begin to see the patterns that are emerging. They begin to see what are the common themes that come up. And I also call it like inner gardening, to make sure what are the flowers and what are the weeds, to take what kind of people, what kind of things are energizing you, and what kind of things are depleting you. And so if that is something that, people will do, it's really good if they can take a day to do that. Also, like I said about the wheel of self-care, so if anybody has, and I think we'll do about 20 minutes down the line, I'll have people take a crayon and draw where they take stock of the wheel.
Okay.
But checking in with ourselves: did you eat? Did you sleep? Did you move your body? Where is your emotional energy going? What is your resistance to? You see, the mind creates blockages before we declare, I can't do it because I just can't do it. There are
Right.
situations where the problems that you're encountering, do you have like a creative solution to those problems instead of being stuck in that? And surrendering to what's not in your control, like we're saying in this time. So it's acceptance, and it's doing, acceptance and surrender, knowing when you need to choose what. You have your toolbox, and it's a moment by moment decision that we decide when to do what.
Mhm.
And when you build up your inner strength and combine it with the outer action, it's much easier to move through life.
Herky,
So
just really
yeah.
quickly, sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to ask, I see that there's a few people on right now. Could you just type in your name in the comments? So A, I can see how to follow the comments, because I've never done it this way before, because usually I'm the one talking. And then B, just because for the raffle, we're gonna see who's coming live and then be able to do that for you. So just type
Okay.
it in and then I'll check on it. And then just really quickly, Herky, can you share with people a little bit about yourself? I forgot to do that before you launched into your beautiful content. So just in case there are people that don't know you, maybe just a quick a little bit about yourself, and then you can go right back into where you were.
Sure. And I'm on Zoom, so my comments are, I'm not on Facebook right now.
Right. Okay. So if I see any comments on Facebook, I'll let you know. So I'm asking them to
Okay.
comment in, so you won't see them, Herky. I'll just let you know.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about them. Just you do your thing, and I'll just let you know if there's like a question or a comment. So if there's any questions, type them into the comments, and I'll find the right time to make sure you can answer questions, or let you know someone's asking a question. So
Sure.
I'm good.
And David, maybe I can share my screen, and you can just tell me if you're able to see that. If my slide, are you able to see this on Facebook?
Um, well, let's see. Yeah, I can see your screen right. Yeah, I can see your screen right now. So if you want to
You
go into
can?
your presentation, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So then I can. Um, Yeah, so you wanted me to introduce myself. So yeah, my name is Herky Feroz Chopra, and I am a mom and a life coach.
Mhm.
Like I said, I have 3 kids. And over the past 15 years, I've been a homeschool mom, a stay-at-home mom, and a working mother. I've worked in corporate, and now I'm an entrepreneur. And my journey into personal development and spirituality and mindfulness and psychology, positive psychology, began about 12 years back. And wherein I was at the low point in my life, and I just realized that how much I was neglecting my own well-being, and how it was definitely not serving me in any area of my life. And that was a big leap into my journey after I started doing things that would, after I started exploring more about me, like they say, know
Yeah,
thyself.
yeah.
And the more I practiced my well being, self care, the better I could show up for myself and my loved ones.
Okay.
So that is about me. Feel free to ask
Beautiful, thank
me
you.
any other
So
questions.
we have Stacy from Chicago and Mary Jo from South Dakota. So we got a
Great.
couple people on now,
Hi, Stacy. Hi, Mary.
and Jacqueline from New York. So look at this, New York City. Okay, um, South Dakota. Okay, I lost where you are specifically in South Dakota. Mary Jo, but that's okay. All right, so go for it, hit Herky, and I'll let you know who else is coming on and stuff like that. And if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to comment, and then I'll let Herky know.
Sure. And then we're going to follow towards the end. We're going to have about 15 to 18 minutes of meditation. Like cool. I said, if they can gather candles, one candle or candles, and then we're going to darken the room and make it. We're going to leave the moms with feeling calm with the candle meditation. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So when you run on empty and how it affects you and your loved ones, like I was just telling you, I was seeing how personally it's not affecting me and many of my other mom friends that I knew of, and how it's so crucial to make sure that you are taken care of. And especially during the pandemic, when we say we don't have time, this is even more important to make sure. Don't let your body tell you, don't get into, our physical health gets affected and then suddenly we wake up that we need it, or our mental health gets affected and then we're like, oh, okay, I should be. Don't make it too late. Tend to yourselves is my message to all moms. So what is self-care? Self-care is identifying your needs and taking steps to meet them. It's taking proper care of yourself and treating yourself, very important, treating yourself as kindly as you treat others. Oftentimes we are so nurturing and so kind, but not self-compassionate, and not treating ourselves. Again, and that means our self-talk, inner self-talk, also outer, wherein doing things for ourselves and not feeling guilty, not letting mama guilt consume you. And I was already spoke on this, the observation, if you do how you're spending your day, and if you tomorrow you can observe and record your time spent, this is how you're doing it. And then I'm also going to go into visioning, how would you ideally want to spend your day, so that you're not just being thrown around by everything. You are consciously living the life that you want to live. Inner, what kind of mental clutter, what kind of quality of thoughts are running through, and whether you do it, with self-awareness, whether it's through journaling, just knowing a little bit more about you. As you know more about you, that itself is a great step in itself. As far as you're talking about, energy leaks, wherein I already covered, where is your emotional energy going? Who are you spending time with? Obviously, right now you're spending time with the, 5 people in your family, 4 or 5. But are you moving your body? Did you eat? Did you sleep? Are you, whatever obstacles you're encountering, are you willing to move past that? Are you, instead of fighting with problems, are you going to get creative with solutions? And is that
just ignore me? Sorry, that was my
okay.
fault.
Okay.
Ignore me.
Yeah. So yeah, and then working on your resilience, your inner strength. Like they say, you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have left.
Right.
Going into past evidence, when you say I can't and I just can't do it, if you can encounter a time where you moved situation in the past and how you moved past it, whether it's an illness, something to do with your child, something to do with your family, a job, and how you went past it, gives you enough evidence that how you have the strength to move through difficult times. Then making sure we're not falling into, victimhood, wherein the martyr victim, it's easy to fall trap to that. Like Michael Bernard Beckwith says, the 4 stages of spiritual growth, wherein it's victim, manifester, channeler, and being. So is life happening to me, where you constantly feel like everything is happening to me, all the time, all the circumstances, all the situations, the people, it's happening to me. It leaves you very disempowered. Versus is it by me, where you become a manifester, where you're taking ownership of your life and you become an active manifester of your life. And the channeler is how it's happening. Life is happening for you. You're merely a channel through which, life is happening. And the last is like the being, everything is happening as me. There is no separation. So like I said, being aware of what energizes and depletes us, so we can do our best to do more of what works and cancel our emotional energy suckers. And again, you can't control what goes on inside, but you can what outside, but you can what goes on inside. So when we operate from our highest self, our deepest truth is when we live in alignment. And another trap we should try to avoid falling into is the expectation trap, wherein you expect from the others, wherein, everyone says, but it's only fair that I expect this from from my husband, my child, my whoever. But how far are you willing to fall in that trap wherein it's leaving you depleted, or leaving you a constant, waiting for the other to pick up? Where is the line that you draw, that the expectation you have from the others, and more importantly, what's the expectation that you have from yourself? So when you have guilt, when moms experience guilt, a lot of the times it's because they have huge expectations from their role as a mother.
Yes.
Not everybody can do everything. Not every mother can be a great baker. Not every mother can do the best laundry. Not every mother can be the best tutor. There are areas that we need to know what our priorities are as a family, where we need to focus on, and how much are we just connecting with our children, which is most important, rather than any of the external comparison with other moms. So do you have any question for me?
Yeah, before you go on to the, can you go back to that slide about the energy leaks? And I'm just going to ask the people on here. Sorry, I just started choking in the middle. Apparently that's what happens. I'm fine. I just ate a peanut earlier. So, okay. Questions on the energy leaks. Because I feel like if I'm a mom right now and I'm like, I got a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 7-year-old, and this all sounds great, but like my energy is leaking all day. Or like my energy is great when I wake up and I do my morning. My wife always says like, hey, I did my morning routine. I meditated, I did my run, whatever, journal. And now it's 7 a.m. and the kids are awake. And within 1 minute, she's like, I'm already ruined. Like the kid already said he hates my, whatever I made for breakfast. And then my daughter is throwing something at my son. So you might be getting into this, but, and then while she's answering that question, if you guys have any other questions about the energy leaks, type them into the comments.
Yeah. So I would say when we have things that are not in our control, which is how the child is going to behave, what is going to happen throughout the day, those are the things that we don't have control over. I was talking about having surrender and patience. But the other part is building your allies. So knowing what are the things that energize you. That is why it's so important to know what is it physical? Is it exercise that energizes you? Is it talking to your friends that, energizes you? For you, you know best. So like I said, for me, I'm an introvert. For me, solitude energizes me. For another person, talking to a loved one energizes them. So finding out what are the things that support you. These are your allies and your support, not externally, but what helps you. And even sharing that with your partner. And you know what? For me, it's very important that I have my 15 minutes of meditation, or it's very important that I do this craft, or I do whatever it is that the moms need, that I need to focus on. Once you know, and once you communicate that clearly. And I also know, with children, it depends on the age group, and each age group has its own problems. It has its own, things that come with it. But when I had my children very small, my priorities were different to what they are now.
Yes.
As a teenager, my problems are more about eye rolling and talking back. I do have a 7-year-old too, but So, and I knew how I have to prioritize my life. And when you are in that state, basically, if you are in that state where you feel more powerful. So let's say you just got the good news of promotion, or you just felt amazing after doing something or talking to somebody, or you sat in meditation and you feel amazing, right? In that state, I'm talking about how the mother operates. So she's like, like this phone, if this is not charged, how are you expecting it to work, basically? So you need this thing charged, and you need to know what charges it.
Yes.
And so if I'm in that state, and my child, he drops Cheerios all over the floor, and I'm in this high vibing state, and I'm going to say, oh, it's okay, honey, that's fine, that this happened. Whereas if I'm, extremely depleted, exhausted, overwhelmed, obviously I'm going to, give it to the child, as well as feel more terrible after doing that. So it's like a vicious cycle you fall into. It doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve the family.
Okay, that's really, really helpful. All right, so what's the next slide? I'm so curious now.
Yeah. So some of the toolbox that, we as moms could definitely have. So patience being number one. I feel like this has served me very well with the children. Humor, not taking ourselves, our children, our life so seriously. Compassion. which is just comes with motherhood. Two things are born after the child is born: compassion and guilt.
Yes,
With the delivery of the baby, these two
that
things
is
are
true.
delivered.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, communication. So, like I was saying, having those clear communication and connection, wherein I was telling you about the how we have a in my family we have a get together, like every night we do the share and
Hmm.
prayer thing. And
Hmm.
that is also our channel. Share means communication,
Hmm.
which is the children have an opportunity to share and I have an opportunity to share.
Right.
You can read all the books of the world, you can listen to talks, but the child in front of you will give you the feedback, the truest full feedback to what you need. And so will you. What you tell each other, and where the communication is open, not judged, free, where you allow expression for yourself, for your children, a lot comes out of that. So sometimes,
Right.
like in the night, we might have like a gratitude practice, or we might have just child wants to say something. So my son will say, for example, my 10-year-old, who is big into Fortnite, my 11-year-old, he will say, we will sometimes have statements like, I would like it if. So make it so that the other one is not being attacked, and yet you're able to convey. And
Mhm.
of course, I don't make it like a serious thing about it, but I'm just saying it's an opportunity to share. And sometimes he would say, I would like it if you don't if you say pause the game. There is no pausing in gaming, whatever.
Trust me,
So
I know.
oh yeah, maybe and I used to always say that, pause, can you just pause?
I can't do
And he's
that.
like so see, for me it was like good to know that that you
Yeah.
do that. And I told him it would be amazing if the laundry basket that's right next to you, that's just like a millimeter, centimeter away from you, if the clothes could go there versus the floor. So it gives us a chance to communicate. While these are small little things, I also have something called like an open share that we do every so often. So I've told the children this: if something big is happening in your life, and it is possible that I will overreact. If it's something big that they may not like to share with me, whether they're small, or whether they're 16-year-olds or 10-year-olds, I have a no barrier kind of communication, wherein they could before they communicate to me, they could tell me that they're about to share this thing, and I will not overreact. Because it is
Great.
possible, if a parent hears big news, sometimes you're just thrown off, and you're immediately go into reprimand or
Right. Right.
suggestions, or you can't have the listening ears when you're into that state.
Mhm.
So it has happened, it has come in very handy, wherein twice my children shared something very deep, which
Mm.
definitely I would have overreacted, but I
Yeah.
felt like, because we have that thing, a reminder that we are about to share something deep and I'm not going to judge, it helps to have free flowing communication. And you will mess up as a parent, and you will
Oh yeah.
always do something, but once you have open and free flowing communication, a lot, children don't care about those things as much as we think, are we doing the right thing? As long as we're
Right.
connected, having some shared moments, and we are have some humor, I think a lot has
Yes.
solves that. And yeah,
Yes.
I already spoke on expectations. So let's have
Mhm.
some reasonable expectations from each other and also from ourselves. So
Yeah.
let's not expect us as mothers to be this all nurturing, all giving, every time available. Let's hold expectations. And I encourage moms to like write down what is it that they think of, what is their belief about motherhood, what
Mm.
kind of mom are they, how should they be showing up, what are the ideas, because that is where everything else stems from. So if a mom thinks that my role as a mother is that my children are always fed and they are doing very well in school, and they are behaving well and they're doing this, then that's where all the guilt comes back to attack us, and we are constantly judging and
Yeah.
cannot be free. When you are trapped in those and overwhelmed in those buckets of guilt, then how are you going to show up? You're busy talking
Yes.
to yourself or feeling guilty or whatever,
Hmm.
rather than just showing up in the moment. It's very hard to show up in the moment if you're clouded with
Yep.
those emotions. Yeah, resilience, like I said, very important in these times to hone that muscle. And boundaries for people who are completely, when you take stock of what is depleting you, which are the people that are depleting you, why we don't create boundaries is we don't want to disappoint another, and we don't want to sit in the discomfort of having disappointed another. So getting comfortable with those two things is very important, because it's going to create your mental state, and your mental state will be reflected. You as the heart of the home is going to, operate from that. So for me, myself, in my journey, for the longest time, I've come a long way, and I can't say I'm perfect, but yeah, this was the biggest, where I just had zero boundaries. And the more spiritual I got, the more I thought, oh, I should not. The more I let go, I confuse, boundaries with letting people walk over me. So enforcing some boundaries is very important. And yeah, connection. So having those, even if you feel like in a day, you don't need to be with your child 24/7, right now you are. But if you put even just 15 to 20 minutes and you've done that connection period with your child, believe me, you and your children are going to feel a whole lot better once you've, gone through that phase of, a little bit of connection with each other. I don't want to keep rambling. So if you have anything.
No, I'm not seeing any comments right now.
Okay.
One thing I was going to say though, Herky, is I really liked it almost like sounded like you said, like create like a belief system or vision for yourself as a mother.
Yeah.
Because then you're operating in sort of like there's some container to operate in. Because what I have observed is that moms I was joking because my wife was out of town for 3 days, and I was like, can I have 6 more hands? Like, I'm cooking dinner and checking on the Zoom learning and helping my son get off the video game. And it's like, wow, it really gave me deep empathy for moms.
Yeah.
But it's like they're expected to do so much. And so it seems like it would be really helpful to be like, what is it that I really believe that I'm supposed to be as a mom? And like, if you have a partner with your family, whatever, get on board with what does it mean to be a mom in this household? Like, does it mean that I do all the laundry, cook all the meals, clean all the house, work all day, put the kids to bed, like that I'm constantly there 24/7, whatever need my child has? Or is it something a little more balanced and available for a human being?
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
And here's a little poem I wrote on, gifting to yourself. Moms gifting to yourself. I wrote this a while back, but I'm, especially want to give it with the holiday season now coming, abundant self-love. So we may not be able to do, excuse me, I think one second. Yeah.
There's back. Okay.
Yeah. Gift to yourself, abundant self-love. Without filling your own cup first, you will be filling the other's cup out of compulsion or duty. Without marrying your own self first, you will be empty in the relationship, constantly craving affection and true love from the other. Without regarding yourself as a superstar, no employer or client will value you the same. Without embodying compassion for the self, all compassion for the other will be superficial or tagged with an expectation. Without accepting yourself wholeheartedly, you will constantly seek approval from the other. Without embodying abundance within, you will constantly be competing with the other. Without claiming yourself to be the ultimate divine, you will not merge with the source of creation. So, dear ones, wholeheartedly and without inhibitions, treat yourself with unwavering love and affection. This is the biggest gift you can give to yourself, and in return, what overflows from your full cup to the other will be pure and untethered.
Thank you. That's so beautiful. Okay. Thank you.
So this is the wheel of self-care. I had sent people could print it out. I have sent a blank one too. And I want, since today is the first step of getting aware of which area of our life, which area of we particularly feel like we're not doing so well, from, let's say, from 0 to 10, 10 being I'm doing amazing in this area. So right now this is full. Not making this an ambitious goal in itself, not making self-care like another forced to do, that you have to do. This is more about, strengthening the area of your life which you feel is absolutely not in balance, and seeing which are your support areas. So for somebody who's, deep into meditation and spiritual maybe they're not much into physical or what's going on in your life. So the wheel that you have, you can take a crayon and fill it to the level where you're seeing which area of the physical. Are you having the right food? Are you getting the right sleep? Are you fit? Otherwise in your health, how are you doing? Mentally, how are you doing? And also engaging. How do we create? Are you doing something creative? Are you doing something that you're interested in doing? Spending time in that. Emotional. How are you doing? Are you feeling angry, sad, frustrated? And there are the negative and then the positive emotions too. How are you doing on those? Not to label them negative or positive, but just how are you doing emotionally, and where would you like to be? And spiritual, journaling, nature, meditation, whatever is your prayer, however you do it. Now, social, I know, is very limited these days, but still, social is about connection. It's about connecting another. So, who are the people that when you talk to them, they say we are the sum total of 5 people that we spend our time with? So, who are those 5 people that you want to spend your time with, other than the ones that you're already stuck in the house? Who are those people that after you talk to them, you feel energized? And right now, because we can't, acceptance of we can't do outdoors. So, let's see, who can I call? Who can I, message? Who will we will empower and connect with each other.
Yeah, and Herky, one of my favorite lines is, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
So it's helpful to do an audit. You're like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm always negative. Okay, the 4 people I'm with are always negative, so it's that really helped me.
It is so true. That. Yeah. And I agree with you, David. That really, really helped. You don't have to spend time with people who are sucking your energy. You don't. You don't. You have to make that choice consciously,
Especially as
the
a
ones
mom.
that yeah. You have to be careful of, what you're doing. And same thing, what does your financial health look like? And I can cover this, topic in another area about career. So last time I told you I had to, I went back. I've been a stay-at-home mom, I've been a working mom, and I've been a homeschool mom. So when I took a break and I went back, I had to, other than the, training and stuff I felt like a lot of it had to do with owning my own like self-worth, coming out and being not just because I've been a stay-at-home mom, sort of thinking that I'm behind or I shouldn't be doing well. And money has different connotations to different people, but basically, how is the health and how you view money too? What is it? And your relationships, with others around the house, and then your home environment. By environment, I mean like your physical spaces in your environment. Are they serving you, or which are the things that you absolutely need to have in order? So how is today? It's just a matter of knowing how does each area of your life look like right now. What would you 0 is like absolutely gone, 0 and 10 is fantastic.
Yeah. So what you're really advising is that people kind of just do an analysis of where they are in the wheel in each area.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. And then Herky, before you go on to the next slide, there were a few more people that joined just a minute ago. So if you did just come on, please put your name in the chat and where you're from, because we're doing a raffle for a Mercedes at the end. Oh, I'm sorry, a coffee card. So we'll let you know. But anyway, just let us know if you're in here by putting your name in the comments and where you're coming from, just for fun. Okay, go ahead, Herky.
Yeah. So I covered a few points of mama guilt. What are your beliefs about your role as a mother? And the idea that you need to be with your children at all times is what causes it. You don't need to be with your children all the time. I mean, unless you have like a baby and you're, tending to the baby, that's different. Right. But how your children behave or perform is not a direct reflection of you having the, and not, like I said, not every mom is good at everything, and comparison is a thief of joy. Recognize what are your strengths. The mom could be very different from another mom. So know and own your strengths. You could be a mom that's very outdoorsy. You could be a mom that's very meditative. You could be a mom that reads well. You could be a mom that what is your strength? And finding a sisterhood of moms to support you is extremely helpful. And right now we're doing it, on Facebook or, any kind of online platforms. So finding your tribe, uplifting each other.
Yep.
obviously you're a better mom when you rest and recharge. So your children would rather see you rather than having chef and pizzas. They would see a smiling mother. They would any day take that versus a resentful mother. So it's very important to do that. Um, and when you're present with your children, even if it's for just 15 minutes or whatever, but be fully present. And you could almost make a little ritual out of it because life gets in the way and whatever is it, whether you do it only over the dining table or whether you do it, have some kind of ritual, you just go for a walk every day or some kind of connection that you do is just helps a lot, having that in place. Um, and yes, mom guilt is often born of wanting to do too much, instead of focus. What is your priority as a family? What is it that you want to do? Take stock of your life. And today, like I said, you're just being aware. You're having the awareness of what's inside your mind, how you're spending your time outside, what does the wheel look like for you. So a lot of awareness helps us to see where our life is going.
Yeah, and Herky, this one's so incredibly critical because if you look at the vibrational frequency, guilt is literally almost at the very bottom.
Yes.
So the amount of time that you're spending in the mama guilt, which I know is part of how we're conditioned, not we, but how moms are conditioned. We're all conditioned to be guilty, but moms especially around the mama guilt. So
Right.
I just wanted to really note that as a thank you for sharing that. That's a really important point.
Yeah. So like I was talking about your gardening. So taking stock of your garden. What is healthy, what's strengthening, what's deserving of your time and energy, and being aware of what's toxic, what's disempowering, what's bringing you down, what needs to be weeded out. So taking ownership of what may have been unconscious or on autopilot up until now. Initially, it might feel like scary, liberating, or exciting to actually give yourself the green light to do some inner gardening. And definitely be gentle with yourself. Don't make it another harsh critic. Don't let your inner critic come up with, but I should be. And sometimes when we look at the wheel or we look at things, what's going on in my mind or what's going on, or when you take stock of the time and we're like, oh my God, I did spend 3 hours, on social media or whatever. Please be very gentle with yourself. For all we're trying to do is just getting curious about how we are doing, what we are doing, how we are doing. And then which are your flowers and which are your weeds. And this is the quote saying, I chose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. Up until now, it is what it is, and how I choose to consciously, intentionally choose to live my life going forward.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So some of the flowers in your garden, I would say, in savoring, in positive psychology, they say like anytime an event has been pleasant, take a few moments to really savor those pleasant moments too. So whether you're holding a baby or whether you're just spending something that you did is seeming very pleasant. Be in that for a few pause and be in that moment too, because when something bad happens, it's how we immediately go into knee-jerk reactions, ruminating on the negative thoughts and spiraling down and feeling like our life itself is messed up, immediately declaring some one small trigger, and soon within 5 minutes our life is messed up, the whole life as a whole is messed up. So if we also cultivate this habit of when we are experiencing pleasant emotions, to be in those emotions, to savor them for a little bit longer. Hey, you're having, even if it's simple as having a pleasant meal together, being in that. And then comes gratitude, of course. If you, whether you maintain a gratitude journal or you have a gratitude practice, gratitude really helps you with, as we all know. And you in my house, I have whiteboards all over my house. I'm a little bit of a teacher at heart. And so there's one on the wall that the thing that sticks on the wall, and it's like in the middle of the hallway. And I often just have the word gratitude written, and anyone can write what they feel at that moment. So it's just coming from within. So we have like a marker. We will keep writing anyone what they're feeling grateful for. It's so easy to forget what we do have. Simplicity, again, having a simple life. You don't need to have it all. You don't need to, do it all to just be. Self-compassion, again, all these things about self-compassion, self-love, self-care, self-trust are only going to help you coming out of and falling into any states that are going to leave your mental health or physical health. David, are you frozen? I don't know.
I don't know. I think I came back on.
Okay. I don't know if we missed a part of it.
No. I heard everything. My camera just went off, but we're good.
Okay. Yeah. Indulging in creativity, seeing what makes me, me happy, in a little bit of play, whether you play with the children or just a little bit of lightheartedness and not taking yourself so seriously, are all the things that are going to help, in our gardening. The weeds of guilt, perfectionism, comparison, and expectations. So like I was saying, creating rhythms that serve and support us. I do want to do the meditation. So one of the rhythms that, that supports my family, which I have, personally feel it, and I know it also helps my family, is we sit every night, we darken the room, and we have this share and prayer. So which we're going to do now. If you are getting ready, David, then I wanted to make this dark.
Okay, you want me to turn off the light?
Okay, yeah, if we can. And if there are people watching, if they could also bring their candle with us.
Do you want me to turn off my larger light too?
It's up to you.
I will.
Okay. If you can take a few deep breaths while we are preparing. I didn't want to light the candle before.
And then Herky, we have Jennifer Childs from Sacramento. Hi, Jennifer. Delia, I believe you're in Southern California, that jumped on.
Hi, guys.
And I think that's all I can see. I don't know. I can't see all the comments, but anyway, if I missed somebody, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we are going to declare our prize on the page tomorrow. I do have a little bit of light, but I'm gonna let it go. So if you can take a few deep breaths. Are you able to hear me okay? And the music volume is okay? Okay. Get in a comfortable position, whether you sit cross-legged or in a chair. You can have a pillow to support you. And with your back straight, your shoulders even, your neck straight. When you're gazing at the candle, let it be at a level that doesn't strain your neck, your eye level. And take a few deep breaths and as you inhale and exhale, feel your belly rise and fall. Feel the sensation of when you breathe in, you're feeling cool air, and breathe out the warmth. You can also feel your breathing in your chest area. Just connect to your body as you breathe. We're setting the intention to quiet our mind and let all the stresses fall away. can relax into the music, gaze at the candle, or close your eyes to whatever is speaking to you at this moment. May this flame burn away all my anxiety, stresses, and negativity. And may the flame bring in light and love in my life. I see my mind getting clear of thoughts and negativity. Stay connected to your breath as you feel it rising and falling on your chest. And let the music soothe and relax you. Let the light of this flame burn away all my stresses and anxiety. And bring love and abundance in my life. Imagine the light filling you with warmth, with peace. The music calming your nerves and each part of your body relaxing from your head to your toes. Feel your breath in your nostrils as you inhale and exhale. Feel the light of the flame filling you with warmth and calming energy. As you begin to relax your body and mind, welcome anything and everything. Let the emotions come. All of me is welcome. I am entering a state of calming and peaceful energy. Stay connected to your body. Feel your breath go in and out. Let the music relax you. And let the flame take away and let go what's not needed. Feel every cell relaxed, calm, peaceful. Notice your breath as you inhale and exhale. Let go and release anything that does not serve you. I have entered a state of calm and peace. I will carry this state with me as I prepare to go to bed tonight. I release anything that does not serve me. And I honor myself the way I am right now, at this moment. I am enough. As a mom, I am doing the best I can, and I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. My well-being and self-care is crucial for me and my family, and I promise to take care of myself. I feel my body completely relaxed. My mind is calm and peaceful. I let go of all that is not needed. I am calm. I am peaceful. I am enough. When you feel ready, you can begin to open your eyes or get ready for bed. And just go to bed in this state of mind.
Thank you, Herky. I'm just looking at the
Thank you.
comments. Lily Kim said thank you.
Okay.
From Korea, South Korea, Seoul.
Wonderful.
And I'm gonna have to figure out how to go back. Anyway, I can see like 7 at a time. Anyway,
Okay.
Herky, thank you so much. Now
Thank
the
you.
problem is if we're on the West Coast and it's 6:30, so I can't go to bed at 6:30, but for the
But
rest
you
of
can,
you.
yeah, you can be intentional about it too.
I'm just joking. No, thank you so much. And really appreciate you. Is there anything else you want to close out with before I do some logistics?
No, usually after meditation, I try to
Not to
stay
talk
in.
much.
Yeah.
So the only thing I was going to say is we'll see everyone at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 Mountain Time, 11:30 Central, and 12:30 Eastern.
Eastern.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Love to see you, and we'll post like what the topic will be and stuff like that. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, bye, Ricky.
Bye.